Redemption Playhouse is a non-denominational evangelical drama ministry, and joining me this morning are a group, the progenitor, founder, and president / co-founder of this group. Firstly, my teacher, Professor Imo Emeyi, is the group manager and co-founder of Redemption Playhouse Foundation. Good morning, Prof.
Good morning.
And sitting close to her is your husband?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm playing host to a couple, Evangelist Emeyi Abang, the president and co-founder. Good morning, man of God.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so we're going to do, we'll be talking mixture of dialects. Okay, let me use vernacular in case you want to speak Oron and so on. Okay, let's start. Maybe I'll start with the evangelist. Tell us what Redemption Playhouse is all about.
Redemption Playhouse, as you've already said, is an independent evangelical drama group. It was raised when we had started to perform on stage, as we visited many churches, and in 2004 we felt that we should come together and formed it as a ministry. So Redemption Playhouse came out of the ministerial engagement that we have been going in each of the churches, around the churches. So we have to bring up the Redemption Playhouse so that it can give us the platform of going out to minister in churches, on television, on radio, and other public places, as the Lord grants us the grace.
Prof?
Where we must area and thank on Kanye. Abasi could equally call Abasi drama. So you see when Mbo. Say it's like a Bible, it was a rainbow. So we add Bible stories. Now co-founder Tangado, we incorporated in 2012, and we came together as an evangelical drama ministry.
Okay. Let's I keep saying co-founder. Who is the founder?
Well, when we say co-founder, two of us, we sat together and we said this is what God has called us to do. In fact, we have a calling into drama evangelism. It may interest you to know that he was my drama leader in school, so he was 2 years ahead of me. So two of us, God called us to do the same thing.
That's where you met him and got married?
Yes, we met in school, but as at that time, the marriage issue didn't come up, but we were in the same unit.
Yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
I get it. So through drama, feelings develop.
Oh, you're going there.
Let's not go there. Okay, so evangelist, your latest drama is Atakamba Ndudwe.
Ndudwe.
That's mistake?
Yes, the biggest mistake.
Okay, so tell us about the inspiration behind your creating this Christian movie and the message you hope to convey through it.
Atakamba Ndudwe, the bio movie, ekenyini kerere mpo ibanga. Kini maiki issue movie ki kombakara. We nyini kente nko nyini don to kwa ibo. Nsina nyemi kemeke ninam movie ki kon ganyen ba hato go rum bon ganyen. Ekemeni go pempo ntoye. Kenta haru nyini ki kere the past iswaita go boyo go. Di kere nkomba na ni bi kare show movie ombre ke iko ibibio. Emeridi Atakamba Ndudwe. Atakamba Ndudwe mi kata ibibio edi mbok abanga ke Jesus Christ. tongo ke mana esie anyo pun senye ka namde mba yediset kemba ki wan di compress and sin about 40 minutes movie along the line. So it carries a spiritual messages that ake kamereni encourage ni tobasi ake kamere ake mo kwori ko basi ake mekendira instead ndira bosong in ndake pulpit ndangi ko bosong ko basi they can just eject it in you would ufong basi honor the message of salvation. So message ami kamere ni demede spirinyen ba na nyini kori ku songa basi yimina ngwa no yente ye na ora nyini na.
Okay, Prof. Okay, so when this one uses vernacular, this one would also have to add flesh to it. You know, when he was speaking vernacular, I saw the calculation. That means you've long lost touch with the dynamics of the local language. Prof, add flesh to it, English-wise.
Specifically, I think August last year, I had an invitation to raise a drama team for a church, prepare them to minister in their conference. And the letter said, Professor Ima Emeyi, Mount Zion Films. I said, what? So I put a call to Evangelist Mike Bamile. I said, come. So all the things I've been doing in Akwa Ibom State, I am seen as your member. After we laughed, he now said, the direction is indigenous movie. So we now just told ourselves, come. We do a lot of work with Mount Zion Films. We have brought him to Akwa Ibom many times. So people keep saying us as Mount Zion Films. And it became important to do something strategic, to define ourselves that we are Akwa Ibom. And so we thought about it. And when we say the biggest mistake, the shortest thing is that Jesus Christ came to overturn the program of the enemy. So the biggest mistake is this child that came to dismantle satanic structures. And at the end, they struggled to kill him. But I didn't know he came consciously to die. And by his death, he brought redemption to humankind. That's the biggest mistake.
Okay, so, man of God, let's look at how faith has influenced the making of this movie and the decisions you made during the production.
The message and the decision that we took when we were planning for this production is it was very tasking. First of all, we have to sit down to think of how we can raise the story that made up the whole movie. My wife, the prof we share with me, and one other brother sat down to figure out that. We also try as much as possible to make sure that the story was reduced into black and white. And many of us, we sat down to look at the content and did some corrections and make sure that the work met with the standards as okay. We also sat down to think of how we can the best place we can place the history, the story that we have created to fit into our present generation. We noticed that Idu in urban local government area was a very good location for us to make sure to go out for this movie. So we sat down to do all this planning, and at the end we came out with the play Attack and Bandogwe.
Maybe to add to it,
okay,
we never forgot that we were dealing with a Bible story. So, and we knew that when the story would come out, people would look at the story. We were telling the story of Jesus Christ, and we are making it epic. So we had the Bible. We were asking ourselves, did we do this? Did we do this? Even the names we picked, we had to. So we had the Bible at the back of our mind, whether we were adapting a Bible story, and that people will react to it. We're looking at a kingdom called Ineme. And Ineme is a symbolism for the world. And this is this man coming to dismantle the goddesses of the 7 kingdoms of Ineme in order to establish a kingdom called Inanga. Inanga, the symbolism for illness and poverty, whatever adversity, and Inanga, the symbolism for prosperity, blessing, and overturn. And for us, that's what Jesus Christ came.
Okay, so when we come back, maybe we'll ask why Uran was specifically chosen, because we know that Uran is synonymous with a lot of things. Okay, we'll just take a very short break. When we come back, Umana Tusi will join us, and then we'll make progress. Please stay tuned.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so and month never even reach self. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja from my hand. Shut up, there. I'm here to bail my younger brother. If it happen.
With good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation,
if it happen.
Welcome back. Okay, so joining us this morning is Mr. Theatre himself. This man, I don't know, is a pastor, but 98% of his time is in the theatre, and yet he still has time to go to church to preach. Pastor Umana Tusi, welcome.
Thank you very much, Pastor
Okay, so welcome to the show. And the show must continue, right?
Sure.
Okay, so tell us briefly what you know about Akamba Ndugwe.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to appreciate the opportunity. Before I move on to Akamba Ndugwe, is Redemption Playhouse. The platform that my patrons, evangelists and Professor Emeyi put in place. We have been working on the stage for a very long time, and then taking the gospel around, more or less like dramatic ministry. And then we've done that severally. We've done movies together, and then this time around we decided to go indigenous, and that is why we have Akamba Ndugwe. Like Prof had said, Akamba Ndugwe is the story of Jesus Christ. We are taking it in, and it's the first in the series because there are several other Bible stories that we intend to enact and give Redemption Playhouse that signature that people will just look at it. They cannot say it's an affiliate of Mount Zion fame. That is a Redemption Playhouse. So Akamba Ndugwe is a star-study thing. People inside here, we've got great people from the industry, active players in the industry, scholars in the university. They came together. It was an amalgam. Prof himself also featured. Our co-founder also featured. So it was something well cooked. And believe me, on the 28th of February, 28th at Inside Bible Church, we are bringing the entire world. That's the entire Uyo Metropole. Everybody, lovers of God, lovers of dramatic enactments, will be gathering together for the premiere of Akamba Ndugwe, the biggest mistake.
Prof, the man who acted Passion of Christ said so many challenges he faced. He even had to be resuscitated severally because spirituality was added to the drama, to the extent that while performing he had encounters. He even had a lot. He himself said after that he now decided to actually become a Christian. What were the challenges you faced both spiritual and remember the location, right?
Yeah. By the way, things are busy. I mean, changing towards Sudan. My mom came from there, so I know the story very well. But I think Sudan is entering a new era. Yes, we had challenges. From scripts, we had to do a script in English, then get linguists to get it into Igbo. And it was in our first rehearsal that we knew that speaking Igbo is not true.
When Oga was behaving like an old school conductor in the choir, I knew that it's not easy to get
speaking Igbo. My husband have the effect background, so you will understand the struggle. So we knew that it wasn't that just speaking Igbo, and we are thinking of how to get it, because as soon as the thing is open, linguists will read. In fact, they've already started raising issues. I wouldn't tell you one that they have raised. So we had the issue of getting the script. Then we had the issue of getting cast that could deliver.
Best interpreters.
Yes, that could interpret the script. And then even on location, the most strategic cast wasn't available 24 hours to the time. Look, I wouldn't tell you what that did to our mind. We just had to do a meeting and take a quick decision. And God helped us. Then on the spiritual angle, I remember, this is a spiritual matter. So even the Kingdom of Darkness knew that we were setting on. Those who watch the premiere will see the impact of the play. So one of us had an attack that almost took his life. And we knew that it came from nowhere because we had started survey. So there was a signal that this kind of thing was going to come. We couldn't explain that kind of ill health. And so we had to go into prayers. So we had that on one. Then the issue of provision. Because someone can ask, who is funding Redemption Playhouse? This is what God has called us to do. He has retired. I'm still working. I'm a university professor. And I know you understand. And we are talking about projects in millions. We've done, this is our 6th full-length movie. And we fund, God funds it. So we had the issue of that. Then getting a cast of about 70 to be in Idu for 3 days. Transporting. We don't do fasting on location.
You eat.
Okay.
So, okay, so let me run to Tusi now. Tusi, what sets this movie apart from others when it comes to? I know we've done a few BBO movies, both secular. I'm not aware of Christian, but what sets this one apart?
Well, it's one of the things that is setting it, and is going to set it until the next group of persons will think about it. This one is based on Bible story. In fact, this is ministration. It's not just entertainment. So that is the core point. Like Prof was trying to talk about it. Every other person could be having different challenges, but once it is ministry, its challenge is both physical and spiritual. So what is also going to make this movie apart or set aside from others is that Redemption Playhouse is not an entertainment playhouse.
It's a ministry.
It's a ministry. So everything about it is let us send the message out. So it's towards impartation of the world.
Okay, Evangelist, what other movies or drama series has Redemption Playhouse done?
For the past few years, by the grace of God, we've been able to produce about 5 or 6 full movie and short movie, of which your organization has been of great help to us by airing those movies for public consumption, and it has been a great encouragement to us because we know that each and every one of us should work towards salvation of people's soul, and through this movie, as many people that had opportunity to watch the movie wherever they are, they will receive salvation. We have produced The Yoke,
2012.
The Broken Yoke,
2017.
Yes. I've produced The Trap, which is very
2018.
interesting movie for the youth. We produced
Ultimate Destination.
2019 and 2021.
Incredible Hearts. In
So
12 episodes.
can we have these movies in Upper Iweka?
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
They're in the market?
Yeah, they're in the market and in your studios.
Okay.
They're in the market and in
this studio,
this
yes.
this place.
Okay, so Prof, maybe you take off from there. How viable has this venture been? More than you said 2012, so that means approximately more than a decade since you started this. Can you now say that it's a worthy venture?
When you're talking about ministry and calling, you don't judge worthiness in terms of what enters your pockets, in terms of impact. Yes, because I could walk on the road, someone could say, okay, you did this, I saw it here, and I got this message. The Trap, many people have called me in The Trap and said, this is my life. The Trap ends the qualifying examination. A girl who is looking for a job, and she did not know that it's a Christian organization, and she's asked to come to a hotel and sleep with a man. In desperation, she went. The man said, we're looking for a very good person for this job, and we can't give it to a prostitute. She went in desperation. And so someone called and said, this is the story of my life. I've had that kind of call. So we've had people impacted. We just see someone call us in Northern Nigeria, say, you are playing right now in my station. We send these movies for missions outside. So you can't actually access the impact. Money hasn't yet entered our hands, but we know that money will come. So we keep doing what God has called us to do.
And maybe by extension, what are the upcoming jobs?
Okay. Upcoming jobs. We will premiere our next movie on 17th of March.
So it's already set?
Yes, that one is already done.
Wow.
That to mark our 34th wedding anniversary. It's ready. Yes, we just dropped that on 17th March.
That's not 34th. That's good news.
Okay, so to see, I come to you. You know, having known you, man and boy, and knowing that you have practically relocated to the theater. Let's look at. You said 28th. 28th is the premiere.
It's the premiere of Atakamanduru at Insight Bible Church.
Give us a lead into the casts and it's a mini premiere of what I should expect when I come on the 28th.
Okay, though I'm going to allow it to be I would like the illusion to be sustained.
Add suspense to it.
Yes, there are great characters there. I really want you to come. I really want everyone watching us at this moment to come to Insight Bible Church on the 28th of this month, February. Next week. So to come and see things for themselves. For instance, an associate professor in the University of the Department of Theatre and Film Studies, Dr. Fonimi Yang, is one of the cast members, a tall man.
Is that
so
Judas?
You can. Why should you think of height with that? So he's playing a lead there too, and he's not coming alone. The wife, Dr. Daresini Yang, is also in the movie. The duo of a professor and evangelist, they are there. Myself, I also featured, and then there are several other persons in the Resurrection Playhouse and from the University of Uyo that we opted in to make it strong. Like I said, we are trying to put up a spectacle.
But why didn't you audition for pilot? I would have played so I can slap you. I can slap the Jesus.
You could, because I'm looking at your face now. I know that you could be me. So please, Prof, this is the word. We need to bring ID James, the theater person. He's just I just gave him to communication. ID may also interest you this month, as I'm saying here. I spent 30 years in that industry.
I think I remember because
since 1994 that I arrived Calabar. from Calabar to this place. I've not gone to bank. I've not gone to anywhere. It's theater 30 years.
No, because I told somebody, said I can't find one man to say. I said, go to Little Player. And the person just told me, how did you
Find him there.
I said, even at 2 a.m. Sometimes he goes there with his wife. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's maybe before we take a short video break to see what you have, I think I would ask this question. Ahead of the premiere of this Christian movie, what is the underlying message? The underlying message. You know, we have a lot of people have preached Christ. Now they've even monetized Christ and commercialized Christ. And some people are now taking Christ to the market square to sell as a product. What is the underlying message when Christ is mentioned? Allah.
Sir, I want to say that the major message in Atakambandudwe is that of bringing awareness into the Christian fold, the Christendom, that Christ is still the savior of mankind. Even though the people that killed him made the mistake of killing him, but he has been the savior of mankind. So that is fully embedded in Atakambandudwe. The message that everyone should come and watch is inspiring.
Wow. Okay, Prof. Because after now, maybe we just we'll round off and then watch the clip.
Yeah, that Christ came into this world to dismantle the structures that worked contrary to us in order to institute a new kingdom. And so whatever is contrary to us, as the Bible says, that every writing of ordinances that was written against us, which is contrary to us, Jesus took it out of the way and nailed to the cross.
Okay.
Yes. So this child came and dismantled the structures in Ineme and brought forth a new kingdom called Inanga. And that is for the salvation, restoration, everything, regeneration, whatever is good. So the movie is for everybody.
Okay. To see. Such movies also make more sense at the theaters, a public display. Are there plans for that?
Sure.
Taking them to the nooks and crannies.
Different places. That is why we want to begin with the premiere on the 28th. After the premiere, we intend to take is the message of the gospel, and the message of the gospel has the mandate to go to everywhere. So from the premiere, we'll move to communities, rural communities, we'll move to smaller theater houses, we'll move to churches. Like we've said now, we're going to send it to as many places as possible so that so many people will get to know. Because like Evangelist said, the message is Christ is the savior of the world. And nothing is going to change about it.
Okay.
We have also made an attempt to see the PFM. Attended the PFM meeting on Sunday, and we have informed them concerning this, so that
and the movie is shot on 6K.
What about Can?
They can go to Can to cinema.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's round off at this point. Evangelist Abang.
That's right.
Why should I watch Akambandu?
Sir, Akambandudwe is a movie that must be watched by every individual because it carries the message for our generation.
Professor Nima.
Because
no, hold on. Sometimes drama downplays the impact of a message. Do you agree?
Yeah, depending on what kind of drama. I'm a professor of theater too. I did a PhD in dramatic literature. Yes, I accept. But this isn't one of it. This is actually a transformational drama.
Okay, Tusi.
Well,
I know you are body and soul in this. Whenever you want to speak, you bring out your eyeballs. It intimidates.
so sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. It shows passion. It shows passion.
Yeah.
The energy.
Okay, I'm flattered.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what I want to take a look at is that we need to watch this movie to keep hope alive.
Okay. So let's watch a clip of this movie. When we come back, we say our bye-byes. Okay, welcome back. A short clip of the Takamba Nudwe. It premieres on the 28th by 4 p.m. at Insight Bible Church. And I had the pleasure of hosting Evangelist Emeyi Abang, the co-founder and president. Also the co-founder and group manager, Professor Imo Emeyi, and of course this man, Mr. Theater Anywhere. I'm proud of this one. This one is an aquarium to the world. He virtually lives in the theater. Umana to see.
My pleasure.
Gentlemen and madam, thank you very much for coming. And we see you on the 28th.
Yeah.
It's a promise. I'll be there. I
Right.
hope there will be item 6. Okay, so on their behalf, this is myself saying bye-byes because Bright Solution will take you to the zenith of focus on AM45. My name is I.T. James. See you on the 29th. You know, it comes once in 4 years. I have a giveaway for you on the 29th.
Everything you go through in life is preparing you for your next assignment. My father was a police officer, so I lived in the barracks. A barracks is like a mini in Nigeria. You know, you find everybody there. My dad's salary, of course, couldn't meet the family income, so I had to sell soft drinks for my mother so that we can make up the family income. I used to take soft drinks from our home and I'll go to the airport and sell. It was fun. I didn't know I was going to ever get into hotel business. So eventually, my coke hawking helped me later in life when I started running my hotel. Those little things you did became building blocks for my later days in life. And you know what? My house was built on the same street I used to go through to hawk. And so everybody that saw me hawk these soft drinks for my mother, when I bought a land there and built my house, all of those people were still alive. It's like, some of them had to break their children. Look at me mentor these kids. Today, when I drive around the streets, sometimes you find people sell and you stop by. I just remember, it used to be like this. That hawking has helped me today to be able to serve the people. Accept the things you can't change and change the things you can, and ensure that you just have the fear of God in you. I think the only person that can stop you from achieving what God has set out for you is you.
Akwa Ibom is rising.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
A very beautiful morning to you over there. I'm glad you really watched what went on during that segment, talking about showcasing that one that comes from us at Kambandure, making it go round with our own dialect. Thanks to the organizers and the people that put their heads together to make it come out the way we have seen it. That means our Kwibom people, we are moving forward in too many aspects, not minding how the season looks like. My name remains Bright Solution Uno, and I'm out here for the press on Thursday, coming down here to do what we know our best to do, and have with me in the studio this morning Comrade Victor Number. Victor, how are you?
Good morning, Mr. Bright. Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to our Kwibom.
Let's go straight to the papers we have at the studio this morning, talking about the national dailies. The first one is the Vanguard. The Vanguard have it this way on the banner headline: hardship. DSS NLC in face of overplanned protest with the riders. Shelve your protest. DSS tells organized labor add some elements planning violence. Face your job, you can't stop us. NLC dares DSS. JAV takes on DSS, reaffirm support for NLC. Up there we have Nigerians should give more. Nigerians should give Tinubu more time, says Jakubu Gawan. Police arrest Labour Party National Chairman Abure Obalo in Benin. We have here talk about sports. AFCON finals, Econ fouled Pereiros tactics. We also have Edo 2024 National Working Committee drops El Zodima appoints O2 to conclude primaries. Well, let's start with the hardship going on in the country and the planned protests by the NLC.
Well, currently we are all experiencing serious hardship, no doubt. And at the same time, there are some worries. You don't expect DSS to actually to go on protest. They have to monitor what you are doing so that people don't hijack it, because that is actually the problem in Nigeria, which is different from what you find in other entities. In other entities, you will find people who come out, they will say what their minds are, even prefer solution or give suggestion to it. But the Nigerians' manner of protesting sometimes result in so many sentiment. You see people taking that advantage to say they're abusing political parties.
Like that of the answers.
Yes, abusing individuals and doing all that, which is not supposed to be. If we have a collective problem, we must come together to solve that problem as a people, irrespective of tribe, because I have even seen some skits on radio, people begin to talk about tribe, bringing in tribe, who is not suffering. Does hunger no tribe? Understand? So that's what we are seeing. And the other day, the only thing is that governors should be proactive. I saw when the Senate president directly told the governors that outside everything, that 30 billion was given to the governors to ameliorate this problem, to tackle this particular problem. Just yesterday, I saw Bago taking delivery of over 1,000 tractors. But let me tell you, Mr. Bright, the basic thing is not that. I can say this from political point of view. There is need. A local government have serious role to play at a time like this. Sentiment must be kept aside. What I mean by local government have serious role to play in a time like this, they should be able to find out real farmers. They should be able, as I'm talking to you now, there are scarcities of seeds. You hardly can get a good cucumber seed. You hardly can get a good meal, a disease-free meal, because it's not about going to the market and buying these things, but there are ones that are already infected even before you buy, and when you bring them, you can have a good yield. So local government should ensure this thing available. Government should make money available to make sure this seed. As I'm talking to you now, there's almost extinction. Okay, when we're coming, I said something like that. There's almost extinction of cassava stem, and this used to be things we play with, and that also tells you the rate of hunger, because those cassava stem you used to pluck on the road, if you can no longer find them on the seat, that tells you the depth of hunger, because those things are no longer available for people to use. So this is no time for NLC, DSS, all of them to get involved in one problem. What it is time for them for people to sit down and find solution to Nigeria's problem. DSS, NLC has the right to go on protest. NLC must not allow itself to also be used, because in recent activities, to be fair with them, they have not been fair with the masses. They will talk about strike, the next moment they have called off the strike. They will talk about they themselves are even getting involved in so many scandals. So let us work and focus on Nigeria. To me, it is not time to completely give up the hope.
On the Nation newspaper, you will see the picture of the former president talking about Yakubu Gowon, head of state, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Gowon have come out to say that Nigeria should give more time. Gowon pleads with Nigerians to give President Tinubu more time. Also reported the same on the Vanguard. How long?
It's not even the more time. What is being done to put the situation in at least fix the situation for 4 months, pending when their policies can yield? Because if you are talking about giving more time, and you are giving somebody 2 cups of rice, and the rice within 1 day, the rice is gone, and the man demands again. Because this is a problem we are having. How much are you giving to the people? You say you are making a transfer of 50,000. Let's be honest to ourselves. How many days can 50,000 take? And you still complain again. They should find a way of fixing this problem. I have said it. They've been asked they should provide seeds for farmers. They should help farmers. At least we are going to go into cropping. Recently, 3 months cropping intervals, and it's okay. We are dedicating time to farmers. In the next 3 months, there will be high yield. We in Akwa Ibom State here, we are providing this thing for cassava production. In Cross River State, we are providing assistance for yam production. We focus on that. This is not time to build skyscraper. This is time to look for food for the people. So go on. He's telling us the right thing. I heard some few youths saying, talk about military and all that. I said, these ones were born in the 90s or in 2000. Because anybody who was born earlier than that will know that even the primary cause of the problem we're having today are the military.
Let's go into still on economy. Senate opposes plan to remove electricity subsidy. Another subsidy removal.
I don't know. To me, the laws they make, I'm yet to actually go through that. To me, Akwa Ibom State here is capable of generating and producing its electricity. I give this state the right to do that. Give this state the power to do that. Instead of paying to company, I don't understand this country. How can you privatize a sector and we are still paying subsidy for that sector? I know government may just be doing that to help in area of transmission or generation. They may be doing that to help in generating power. But then it is still not a good news.
Okay. Emefiele accused of Pabio of defamation demands 25 billion.
Emefiele should be stoned. Emefiele shouldn't even say anything. We don't need anybody except children that were born earlier this year or children that will be born. We will now have to research on Emefiele. You and I don't have any reason to research on Emefiele because we saw Emefiele live and direct. We saw Emefiele that has come up now to act drama. Emefiele that was always talking tough and doing this is now clutching a big Bible anywhere he goes to. These are tendencies of wicked people. These are tendencies of pretenders. Because when you see a man, you have never found a Bible even in his car, now going to buy the biggest Bible in Nigeria to clutch. If Akpabio is saying, come address the press, ask your aides, he still enjoys that privilege. He has aides. Ask your aides to go and probably debunk what Akpabio is saying. No, don't tell us I'll take you to court, I'll jail you. What's the meaning of all that? So Emefiele by now shouldn't be talking. In a decent country, Emefiele shouldn't even be talking. Press should not even be granting Emefiele, should not be giving Emefiele that voice. This is a man who is part of what we are going through.
Okay, let's go into politics now. Edo 2024 National Working Committee drops Uzodimma point 02 to conclude primaries today. Edo 2024 on the nation. APC to conclude primaries. President not for zoning. PDP okays strict guidelines. Justify exclusion of 381 votes. What's your take?
Well, this is what that's why I say it's time to be reasonable. It's time. There was a primary in Edo yesterday, the other day, when Benson Idahosa was declared the winner by Hope Uzodimma, and in other venues, I think 3 people were also 2 people were also declared winners. So, which appears Edo State was heading to presenting 3 candidates for 1 position. And now, like it's what the National Working Committee is doing is okay. You look at the situation and say, my friend, since we are not satisfied, people are protesting, they listen to the people, and this is what democracy should be about. Having listened to the people, they now say, okay, the people that alleged Hope Uzodimma compromised or had interest or sort of sentiment, so they decide to say, okay, let's try a new person, someone we know is not too meddlesome, somebody we know is has integrity in Nigerian politics, because no matter how bad they are still people you can point out and say, this man has a name. So they appointed Prince Ekpo to Prince Basi to the governor of Cross River State, the former senator, to look into it. So we plead with them to do it peacefully, because if this is about leading the people, if politics is about leading the people, why force yourself on the people? These are the things that disturb me about these people. If you have come to serve the people, if the people say yes, come and serve us, you will go. If they say don't serve us or wait for some other time, that is still for you to listen to. But when you want to impose yourself, bring up all the forces on earth to ensure that you become what you are applying for, asking for, then it means there is something behind that desperation.
Okay, before we go still on politics, police arrest Labour Party National Chairman Obore in Benin.
I don't know whether we are going to scrap these political parties, because the Labour Party appear to have been what people, especially the younger ones, tilted to and place some hope. But over time, they've been emerging controversy, and recently they are talking about, is it 10 billion or so? They asked, they were saying no shishi, so where are they getting all this money to embezzle? But then political parties should know that a real bastion of hope, since leadership in Nigeria, we don't practice a no-party system. So people will always emerge to political parties. So if the political parties get it right, then we are going to have good leadership.
Okay, on sport, AFCON finals, Econ folder, Presidio's tactics. Why false demand now when we were all jubilating before the final?
Well, he is the captain of the. He was a standing captain, because the captain was also there, Ahmed Musa. He should have. He shouldn't tell us. They have played the match. They have all been rewarded with a lot of land, while a lot of money in Abuja. While we suffer.
One of the fans that were clapping hands for them.
We that were clapping hands, and so it's not. What NFL should look at that. If Presidio did not do well, they should send him packing. I also did not like his tactics, especially in the area of midfield. He wasn't a complete failure. He had a packed defense. Using one man, he could have finished that young man on attack. The man would be leading attack from defense. He virtually overused Osimhen. And thank God for the young man's strength. He has returned to Champions League, and yesterday he scored. So he has overused the young man.
So I didn't know that apart from analyzing and talking about economy and politics on paper, that we are also a football analyst.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
That was the underlined note anyway. Beverly Bags and local government autonomy. Ijo to federal government relocate IOC's headquarters to Niger Delta. Just for your own interest, on the Vanguard, MIF sees Naira's depreciation by 35% to 2,081 per $1 in official market. Transporters hike fare as fuel marketers adjust pump price in Abia. Victor, I think we can go from here.
Yes, we can go from there. Saying Nigerians should not, in Akwa Ibom State here, there is something we call IBAC. Don't introduce IBAC into a process. We understand things are hard, but don't inject wickedness into it. So let us learn to love ourselves, because we can't have everything.
On fuel, we cannot exactly tell where we are going from here, because I bought this morning 700 naira. But I believe in all, God will really help us in this country. This is where we draw the curtain on Focus AM45. A very big thanks to the producer of this program, Okon David, and I, James, the star presenter. And from me to all of you out there, we are saying bye for now. My name remains Bright Solution.